Fellas, have you ever found yourself in the middle of a conversation with a woman, nodding along while secretly thinking, "Wait, what just happened?" Don't worry, you're not alone. Decoding women can feel like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded. But here's the good news. Today, we're lifting the veil of mystery. We're talking about 10 things women wish men knew about them. And trust me, this knowledge might just save your relationships, or at least help you avoid the dreaded, "I'm fine." So buckle up, grab a notebook, and get ready to laugh, learn, and maybe even have a few light bulb moments. Let's jump in. First up, women love compliments. Real ones, not the generic "you look nice" you blurt out when you're half paying attention. If you want to get it right, think of compliments as a secret weapon. When you give her a thoughtful, genuine compliment, it can make her entire day, week, or maybe even her whole month. Whether it's about her new haircut, her witty sense of humor, or how absolutely stunning she looks in that dress, those little compliments show her you're really paying attention. And fellas, here's the kicker. When you notice the small stuff, it gets you major brownie points. Trust me, telling her you love how she styled her hair today goes a lot further than just a generic, "You look good." But here's the catch. Women can sniff out fake compliments faster than you can say, "Hey, you're hot." So, don't dish out compliments just because you think you have to, especially if they're not sincere. If she's clearly rocking those new shoes, let her know. If she absolutely nailed that presentation at work, you better believe she wants to hear you acknowledge it. The secret sauce to compliments is honesty. And hey, you might even get one back, but don't hold your breath. Just remember, it's not a competition. Next, let's talk about listening, real listening. Now, I know what you're thinking. I listen, I swear. But here's the thing. Listening doesn't just mean nodding and saying, "uh-huh," while your mind is drifting off to the latest sports score. Women want you to actually be there in the moment, fully engaged. When she's telling you about her day, sharing how she's feeling, or recounting a funny story, she's not always looking for a solution. Most of the time, she just wants you to listen. Think about it like this. When you're really listening, it's like saying, "I'm here for you. I care about what's going on in your world." Putting down your phone, making eye contact, and showing genuine interest, that's the key. Even something as simple as saying, "Tell me more about that," can make all the difference. And no, "uh-huh," and "yeah, totally," don't cut it. Women need to feel heard, not like you're just tolerating their chatter. So, if she's venting about her day, don't try to swoop in and fix everything. She's not asking you to be her knight in shining armor. She just needs someone to nod and say, "That sucks, babe." Bonus points if you remember the details and ask about them later. It shows you actually care. And fellas, trust me, this is the secret to a woman's heart. Now let's talk about emotional connection. I know, you're probably thinking, wait, do I really have to talk about feelings? The answer is yes. And here's the thing, women aren't looking for grand gestures. Well, at least not all the time. What they really crave is consistent emotional intimacy. This doesn't mean you need to buy her a helicopter ride every weekend or surprise her with a castle in the middle of the ocean. Instead, it's about the little things, asking her how she's feeling, telling her about your day, sharing your thoughts and dreams. A random text saying, "I'm proud of you," can mean more than a dozen roses. You don't need to be a poet, you just need to be there and emotionally available. But here's the twist. Guys often think they have to impress women with over-the-top, wow moments. Sure, those things are fun, but what really melts her heart is when you're just open, vulnerable, and honest with her. Share your feelings, talk about your dreams, or even tell her that embarrassing story from your high school days. Trust me, she'll appreciate it. Vulnerability isn't weakness. It's what builds a real connection. So if you want to make her happy, it's about being emotionally available. The rest will follow. Next up, actions. I know you've heard the saying, actions speak louder than words. But let me tell you, it couldn't be more true when it comes to women. Saying "I love you" is great, but showing it? That's the real deal. Whether it's doing the dishes without being asked, yes, that counts. Planning a thoughtful date, or simply holding her hand while you're out, actions show her you care far more than empty words. It's not about making big declarations. It's about showing her you love her in the little, everyday ways. And guys, let's not forget consistency. If you're showering her with affection one week and then going MIA the next, That's gonna send some mixed signals. Women notice the small things, and they appreciate effort. If you're consistent in showing her you care, even with the smallest gestures, it makes a huge difference. So, it's not about the grand, dramatic moments. It's about being reliable, being there when you say you will, and proving that you're in this for the long haul. Your actions? They'll speak louder than any love song ever could. Before we move on to the next point, let me ask you this. Have you ever been accused of not getting it when she's upset? Don't worry, we're about to tackle one of the biggest mysteries of all time. What women really mean when they say, "I'm fine." Spoiler alert, they're not. Stick around to find out how to decode this classic phrase and more. Now, let's crack the code on one of the most infamous phrases in history, "I'm fine." If a woman says this, she's probably not fine. This is her way of saying, "I have feelings about this, but I'm not ready to talk about them yet." Or, "I want you to figure it out on your own." It's a trap, but don't panic. There's a way to navigate it. The key is to approach the situation with empathy and curiosity. Instead of taking her words at face value and moving on, try saying, "I feel like something's bothering you. Do you want to talk about it?" Even if she doesn't open up right away, she'll appreciate that you care enough to ask. And remember, guys, patience is your best friend here. Sometimes she just needs time to sort through her emotions before she's ready to share. Now let's talk about communication. Women don't expect you to be a poet or write them Shakespearean sonnets, but they do appreciate effort in how you express yourself. If something's bothering you, say it. If you're feeling grateful for her, tell her. Women value open, honest communication. It makes them feel closer to you and builds trust in the relationship. And here's the funny thing. Most men think women expect them to be mind readers. That's not true. Women are just looking for you to be clear and intentional about how you communicate. Even a simple text saying, "Thinking about you, hope your day is going well," can go a long way. So don't overthink it, just say what you feel and mean it. Trust me, it's not as scary as it sounds. Next up, independence. Here's a big one. Just because a woman is independent and capable of doing things on her own, doesn't mean she doesn't need you. Women value their independence, but they also want a partner who's supportive, reliable, and there when it counts. It's not about doing things for her, it's about being there with her. Think of it this way, her independence is a strength, not a barrier. She wants to know you respect her ability to handle her life, but are still there to lend a hand when she needs it. Whether it's helping her put together IKEA furniture, yes, those instructions are confusing for everyone, or just being her emotional rock during tough times, it's all about balance. Show her you've got her back without taking over. Now let's lighten the mood with laughter. Women love a man who can make them laugh, but here's a little secret. They love laughing with you even more. It's not about having a stand-up comedy routine in your back pocket. It's about sharing moments of humor and finding joy in the everyday. Whether it's a silly inside joke or a spontaneous funny comment, laughter brings you closer. And don't be afraid to laugh at yourself. Nothing says confidence like being able to take yourself lightly. Women appreciate someone who doesn't take life, or themselves, too seriously. So, crack a joke, share a funny meme, or do your best terrible impression of her favorite movie character. Trust me, a good laugh can be the ultimate bonding moment. Next, women absolutely notice when you notice the small details. Did she switch up her hair? Compliment it. Did she mention a stressful meeting at work? Ask her how it went. Women want to feel like you're tuned in, even to the little stuff. It's not about being hyper-observant, it's about showing you care. And here's the best part. When you notice the little things, it often leads to bigger, deeper conversations. It shows her that you're engaged and genuinely interested in her life. Plus, it makes her feel seen and valued, which is the foundation of any strong relationship. So, start paying attention. You might be surprised at how much closer it brings you. Finally, the number one thing women wish men knew is this. They just want to be loved for who they are. No filters, no pretense, no need to change. Women want to feel accepted and cherished for their quirks, their flaws, and everything in between. It's not about perfection, it's about connection. When you love a woman for who she truly is, it gives her the freedom to be her authentic self. And that's when the magic happens. So forget the expectations, forget the rules, and just show her that you're in it for her. That's all she really wants. And that's a wrap on our list of the top 10 things women wish men knew about them. Hopefully, you've learned a thing or two. Whether it's about compliments, emotional connection, or decoding the infamous "I'm fine," which, let's face it, no one will ever fully understand. If this video gave you a new perspective, or at least made you chuckle, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for more fun content, and ring that notification bell like it's your phone on vibrate during a meeting. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Catch you later, and remember, it's all about the little things.